I'd pay you $500,000 a year, but you can't do the work. Welcome to the Shakaama Live Show with your host, Shakaama. Be sure to like the video. That means to click the thumbs up button, people. Subscribe if you love me. I will love you back. Customers need us to convey online encounters that are aggressive with Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, and Google and other top level tech organizations, since that is the thing that buyers request. This has made a competition for ability not at all like anything I've found in my profession. While it must be battled, it can never be won in light of the fact that the guidelines are not what they appear. Our customers need web and local encounters that look, feel, and perform like they were worked by Facebook, Netflix, Microsoft, Google, Apple, and so forth, and the back closures to help them. Every one of the organizations work with quite certain program dialects and systems. In the event that you need to assemble a venture for a customer that looks and feels in the same class as Facebook, is there any good reason why you wouldn't utilize their code? They have gigantic groups of fashioners and architects with remarkable blends of styles, inclination, and specialized aptitudes. In this way, we are on a grail quest for comparable ability. The most elite React Redux masters, Unity designers, informant researchers, and information engineers capable with TensorFlow, specialized venture administrators who used to do the above mentioned yet have developed into supervisors, and specialized record officials. The issue is, in case you're adequate to work for us, you're sufficient to work for them or any other person so far as that is concerned. And keeping in mind that we have done our best to assemble a yellow block street to our organization, the yellow block street that prompts top level tech really has an allegorical Emerald City at its end called Facebook, Microsoft, Google, Netflix, Amazon, etc. Try not to misunderstand me. We have a little, however, relentless group and we battle significantly to over our weight. Be that as it may, in the event that we could win the ability competition, or even only a couple of more fights, our development potential would be boundless. The last three immaculate up and comers took employment at Google and Facebook, as opposed to coming to work for us. Not a major astonishment. The game is rigged. In the course of recent years, IT old clocks have begun to acknowledge open source as a superb method to financially test, come up short, and learn. GitHub, the most famous open source network, is a sanctuary for architects. On the off chance that you compose extraordinary code, you are remunerated by fame, just as the awards for your companions. It is perhaps the most flawless meritocracy on the planet. GitHub is likewise where top-level tech organizations make would-be exclusive programming dialects, systems, and apparatus accessible for nothing. A Machiavellian move that enables designers to self-select into pool of qualified candidates flawlessly prepared to work for them. What's more, here's the reason the principles are not what they appear. On the off chance that you fabricate something mainstream on GitHub utilizing Facebook's or Google's code, they will see it and a scout will get in touch with you. That is the manner by which the GitHub selecting pipeline works. We run a business, not a school. I am by and by astonished by the quantity of enrollment specialists who have sent us confirmed proficient coders who can't really code. This is such a significant issue that if a selection representative sends us 3 competitors who can't finish our coding assessment, we fire the enrollment specialist. We can't bear to squander the time. Tech selection representatives charge 18 to 25% of the main's year's pay. However, even the best enrollment specialists we've worked with can't really vet the kinds of architectures we need. Apparently, selection representatives are not constrained to learn in light of the fact that top of the line tech ability is so uncommon. Procuring administrators will take, for all intents and purposes, any individual who can haze a mirror. We won't, furthermore, you shouldn't. By and by, we could prepare these laborers, yet not at market cost with including spotter vigorish. We can't get an incentive out of B cooperative people while they are preparing, and when we help them become A cooperative people, their GitHub records and commitments will mirror their learning. By then, they will be solidly in the radar of top level tech. What's more, we would have assumed the job of preschool for Facebook, Google, or Apple. Extraordinary for Zuck, Larry, or Tim, yet not very good for us. There must be somewhere to learn this stuff. There is some place to become familiar with this stuff. You learn it by doing it consistently and speaking with a network that is doing it consistently. It's not educated in schools and it's always advancing. Truth be told, this might be top level tech, clear cut advantage, much the same as Tim Cook, Apple, possesses a physical store network for each part you may need to make a cell phone. Top level tech actually claims the programming dialects and systems used to make them, despite the fact that they are free for us to all utilize. Amazing and insane. None of this would be an issue if top level tech did not make its code accessible open source. We have this issue simply because they need ability as much as we do. All things considered, we're going to continue searching for astonishing software engineers, and my offer stands. I can hardly wait to pay you $500,000 every year. You simply must be a wonderful and crazy designer with enough abilities and hardworking attitude to keep the work we accomplish for our customers tantamount to the work at the greatest and best tech organizations on the planet. Don't hesitate to send me a connection to your GitHub account. No resumes required. A note from the writer before you compose a remark. It appears that a few listeners and tweeters are stressed that I don't comprehend that there is something else entirely to ability selecting and maintenance than cash. I comprehend that great, which is the reason we are honored to work with probably the most skilled individuals on the planet. This article is about a restricted issue, an absence of specialists with unmistakable, exceptionally sought after ranges of ability. It endeavors to clarify how top level tech has deliberately consumed an inconceivably significant enlisting pipeline utilizing open source. Regarding that matter, I would respect your considerations. Now, for all of you people still listening, I'm going to explain what all this entire video was. This entire video is an actual letter, open letter, that actually appeared in a lot of tech magazines, even mainstream magazines like New York Times, New York Post, what have you. The company is literally coming out and saying blatantly, I will pay you $500,000 a year. Now that's good money in any city in the United States. That is good money in any city in the United States. Let me tell you what I was going after. I was going after a certification to be a financial analyst. I could, if I really worked hard and really buckled down, gotten a position on Wall Street. And they would have paid me anywhere from $80,000 to $120,000 a year. But guess what? A actual financial address expert who was talking to us came and said, you may be making $80,000 to $120,000 a year to start. Same thing in Great Britain in what's called the city. Wall Street, the city. It's the same thing. Let me tell you, however, that $80,000 to $120,000 is absolutely nothing in New York City to be close enough to work on Wall Street and be there on time every day that they want you, right? And have the capability of being available to your job and look good and have a place to stay close by and have a lifestyle that will cater to your ability to rise up in the ranks. And there are 30,000 financial analysts in the certified financial analysts in the world, not financial planners, financial analysts. It's a completely different beast. This is talking about they are going to they are offering to pay you $500,000. But she comes out right out and says, you can't handle the work that we want. I can offer the money to work for my company, but if you take up the offer and you have the capability of actually doing the work that I want you to do, you're not going to work for my company. You're going to go to Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, Google, etc., or a bunch of other names in Silicon Valley that most of you all have never heard of, who actually supply all of the meat and potatoes that Apple, Amazon, Facebook, Netflix actually needs, right? There's companies for companies that do business to business. She said, I don't get candidates that are capable of doing the work. And when I do get candidates that are capable of doing the works because I've trained them a little bit, what do? They go work for Amazon and Facebook and Apple. Anyway, and that's the thank you all for watching. Like and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.